Hi everyone, it's Bitcoin from the Big Chubowski. In the third round of this second week, we're in the finals against Jeffo. Jeffo is from the guild Infinite Darkness, just like his guildmate Barsukas that I beat in the first round. This one has a bit less lifetime. He does have 4 Galactic Legends as well, all with ultimates. And I believe that's about what I would want to point out. Because for the rest there isn't like anything interesting relic-wise. I feel like he's actually missing a fair few relics, or relic characters rather. So he must have invested quite a bit into some of the ones he has that I don't have relics as much. Though just looking at it, I'm just not really sure. I think it might be a Zeta thing or something. But the match looks a bit weird, a bit in my favor. And this guy also doesn't really change up his plan too much. So not giving him great odds. But yeah, let's see how it goes. So there are some feats to do that I want to try to get done this time. So there's one with 2 Imperial Remnants, and I was thinking like, oh, how am I going to do that with Gideon against Darth Revan? Because you cannot reduce the turn meter while they're debuffed, and he applies Demoralized first, and then I realized, well, Death Trooper is also actually considered an Imperial Remnant along with Dark, so I'm fine there. And then the one with Django, I do obviously have to get the kills, which has been kind of crappy so far, so hopefully I can get that done. He has not attacked, and I wasn't really expecting him to go first either. So on my defense, there is General Skywalker and a JML team with Night Sisters and the Maul Nest team, which I'm still waiting for people to figure out cheap counters to that get good banners. And then over here we've got Rey, we've got the Broken Padme team again, and Darth Revan. And then in the back, you probably guessed it, we have JMK because it's the one Galactic Legend he doesn't have, and similar to his guildmate, he likes to keep almost everything for offense. So I figured, yeah, let's make him work for it, if that's really what they like to do. So on his defense, he set his CLS, Geos. That's actually a new one, the Bo-Katan team. I think he might have said that once in his history, but not really ever since. So that will be an interesting one to fight. Then the typical Finn team, but with the Resistance heroes in that case. And then over here he has Rey with the Veterans, Holdo and L3, which is kind of a weird combination. But it's what he's gone with, so okay. And then Grievous, Newt and Darth Revan with Malak this time, and in his history he tended to leave Malak out most of the time. So we would keep him for offense to actually duo with SEE, which is pretty weird. I have no idea why you would need Malak under SEE to duo things, but that was his play. So that's what he's been doing. Yeah, I'll just take it out with troopers regardless. And we get started there. So 315 Darth Revan. The Bastilla Fallen then. Not particularly tanky, very slow. And then there's Malak with high tenacity and good survivability. So we're gonna get started on that with Imperial Troopers. With Veers, Stark, Piet, Dark and Death. So the bottom 2 there are my Imperial Remnants. And hopefully they get the feat done. So we start by putting Mark on Dark. We buff up. We skip the turn here. Dispel all that to piss off Malak. And then goodbye, Mr. Malak. So with him out the way, we can start going for Bastilla Fallen. Then Marauder does his thing, which doesn't even take down a stack, so it's like, it's whatever really. Then we take out Darth Revan. And then Death Trooper is gonna come in with the Death Mark. And we finish it off for a 59. Not exactly rocket science this one, but once you have the modding done, it's pretty straightforward. Okay, let me see if the feat is done, otherwise I'll have to like throw in Gideon and I think it's Stormtroopers the other one, who's probably level 50 or something for me. There we go. You have something I want. I remember that line. Freaking Grogu. Anyway, We go back, we fight the Ray then. And it's kind of weird because typically you would have some high value targets that you want to link before switching the ultimate, or like before using the ultimate rather. But in this case, not really. He's just gone with a slow setup with sort of the philosophy that you still end up using pretty similar teams. So I'll just use SE Watt. And what I could even do is use SE Armor here, because they just don't really have anything that could kill armor. The only risk in that case is Ray's speed. So if she's very high speed, she's pretty good in this case, like rather high but not super high. But if she takes 2 turns before armor gets a turn off, that would be a problem. So yeah, then you typically don't want to do it, but in this case there's nobody really on their end that would stop my armor. The main risk would be if anyone's faster and is able to ability block armor, or if Ray could whirlwind before my armor can get the Beskar out, but neither of those are true. So let me just demonstrate then. Might as well do it. Was there a feat with armor? I get so paranoid about these things. So my armor, I've got to check there, make sure she's fast enough. Has 318 speed, so that's actually more than enough. And what we're gonna do here is use this special and get the 2 stacks of Beskar on there to recover 30% protection at the end of my turn. I don't need the 3. The 3 is a luxury. If you can get there, great, but usually you can't. So I'll just go with this. So it allows me to save Watt. I don't expect I'll use him for anything, but might as well. So we have to link L3 here. And we link with Ray because she's fastest. And then here we go, I can now put this on already. There's really no point in waiting, trying to get the 3 stacks, because I'll just lose armor to Whirlwind in a sec. And the only other thing it does is like, it doesn't cleanse the debuffs. So there goes armor, but I'm in a good spot. I just have to wait now and tank a couple ultimates. So that's what we'll be doing. This is going to be the first one. I'm only halfway to mine, so no point in switching the link. Okay, that's a nice hit there. Still not going to switch it. I could have actually done the protection recovery there, but as you can see, it's like really not even needed. And should be an ultimate around now indeed. So I guess I'll relink first, because there's no point in keeping that on Ray. She's just gonna shrug it off. And then Ray is gonna go into her ultimate, but I'll still pick off the tank there and Veteran Han. Apparently the tank is undeserving of a name. So I get to about half health, but then the 2-turn link here gives me 2 chances to recover protection as well. So yeah, in a case like this you really don't need Watt. There's no point in bringing him if you have armor laying around. And I'll probably be taking a 3rd ultimate, which is fine. So here, like, the linking as well, it gives me retribution. There's nothing on their end that dispels it. I could probably be going for Ray here already. But yeah, like, why try to get to the 3rd stack? That's really only relevant against, like, maybe SLK. But even there, I wouldn't worry too much about it. It's too bad that the match ends there before you still recover the protection, otherwise I would have been full. But there we go. So the Grievous team then, that's where I'll be using pretty much the same counter I've been using a couple times, because there's no reason for me to switch it up. In the event that he has a GL in the back, like SLK, I have my own SLK still. It would get ugly, but it would still win. And if he has other stuff, then I'll figure out ways to deal with that. Like if he has JML, I can use Grievous Watt, for example. So there are always options to work through. That's why you gotta make sure you have some decently flexible modding. Anyway, I'll just throw in Old Ben. It doesn't really matter too much for the one banner. Not expecting this to become a banner match. So far anyway. So we swap to JKL. We do the stun. B2 comes out to play. And doesn't even get pissed off in this case. I might as well control him. They're stunned anyway, but pushes back the turn meter normally seen. In this case, I think I only got one of them. And then now you could be going for Grievous to like already take him down, but I don't really see the point personally. I'd probably rather get the first kill on Newt so that he wastes his like that he uses that extra turn there so that I don't have to deal with that later on. Get Old Ben to taunt, heal up a bit at every chance that we get, and then start lowering B1 until we get a direct focus to kill off Grievous. But of course JKL is like in murder mode at the moment, so probably gonna end up dropping some banners here. Especially on Bastilla, she might even go down, and I don't have Jolie to bring anyone back, so it's not really ideal. It's making me question if I have mods, if I have all the mods on her or something. Okay, now with this one, ideally you would swap to someone with high turn meter. Unfortunately, everyone on the team is around the same. That's not really great, so I think I'll go for Hermit Yoda, just to get the heal off and probably put the Master Straining on her as well. Who knows, maybe that'll save her. But it looks like I'm forced to go for a kill potentially. And my JKR there does not beat Grievous to a turn, so that's mostly the annoying part. So I think I'll just go for the sacrifice on Bastilla essentially, because he was gonna take a turn anyway. So there is the savior. And now finally I get this direct focus. I don't know why it was so late this time. Usually it's around much quicker. Sweet Old Ben kill. And it's still a 59, so it worked in my favor in the end to get the kill there to recover the protection banner. But could have also ended up a bit different. So in the back there, and he does have him. Very nice. Finally, someone, look at this, JML2. Oh, this is gonna be awesome. So he changed up his plan a fair bit. I'm really happy about that because I've been getting a little bit bored from sort of the repetition that people have been using. So this guy set a nice surprise in the back there with JML, which means I get to try out some counters I haven't used in a while. And I'm glad now I did not set my SLK team on, my Kylo Ren Masked First Order team on defense, because I would not have been able to do a mirror. Though mirroring a Relic 8 is no joke. And it's a fast one too. So I'll have to refresh my memory for this one. Alright, let's fight the SLK first, because that one is like kind of a set counter. If I'm gonna be using my own SLK, there's not gonna be too much change there. So let's fight that one first. I am vastly outmodded on that one. As he's got a ton of speed, my SLK here is pretty slow and just high offense. 13k. So it's been a very long time since I've done SLK mirror matches, which this guy might realize. So let's see if I win. I expect their SLK to be left standing. Hopefully I don't make any basic mistakes. Let's see how it goes. So he obviously goes first. I'm gonna stun there. I don't want to Masked. Pass the turn and stun Fost. So now, take a look. I don't have advantage, so I'm gonna do the taunt here. Just do an AoE to build ultimate. Ooh, nice, thank you. Another AoE. Alright, do one more ultimate. And and take him out. So he goes into ultimate before me, which isn't a problem. Normally see my Sith Trooper survives indeed. And I can just pick him off, though I'm kind of considering to pick off Hux. I've got to think about this one. Question is if he gets to a second ultimate or not. I think I'll pick off Hux. Just want to play it safe there. And I think my Sith Trooper survives here because he's very tanky. Which then allows me to pick this guy off. And now I can go into my 2-turn ultimate. So he does not have advantage at the moment, which means I use my AoE. And just let him do his thing, because now I get to stab him. And there we go. It's actually a very nice win there. I was just prepared for the worst, but got the best. That's awesome. So I should be able to full clear him if all my fights go well, but that's of course the question mark. Will all of the fights go well? I'll do the CLS one next. It's kind of the same story. Don't really have any other good options there. My CLS is faster. Of course I can throw in Grievous, but I'm not going to use CLS against his JML. Even though that can win in theory, he's got the GK in there. And I just think that's not going to end up well, to be honest. I'd rather use the Grievous counter and try to see if that works than use CLS over there. So CLS on C-3PO, 3PO and Chewie. So my Han is faster by 12 or so, so I get to go first. So we go for the right Chewie, but they go for mine too. That's kind of annoying. Let's pick him off already. My Chewie doesn't assist, right? Should have played it safe there and gone for the heavier attack. Let's think here. I'm gonna stand swap because then I can remove the turn meter from their 3PO, who somehow beat me to a turn there. That's actually a kind of a big problem. I'm not very happy with that. Let's dispel this from CLS and take him down. And we'll just leave Han for last, because I don't want this guy to use a special. Okay, got it done with everyone alive, but not the greatest example, I think. Okay, good. The Geos one is actually like, that's the one I had to break my head over the most, because the Spy is very well modded. I have the Triumvirate on offense, but Spy will just mow right through my Scion. So that's going to be a tricky one. I'll have to wait a bit to see if I can afford to fight it the way I want to. So I'll go against the JML next, because that's the next strongest team. And I've never done this counter, I've only seen it, so this is going to be the first time, which is always exciting. It's going to be Grievous, B1, B2, Watt, and Magna. Sorry, not Magna, Newt. So my Newt's very squishy, he's going to go down to the opener, but it also means he immediately gets to extort their JML, which is pretty similar to how it works against CLS. Then it's a matter of putting the tank tech on B2, who I should actually put in the second slot so I can nicely see him. And hoping that Grievous can mow everyone down before it's game over. So that's the plan, let's see. Very curious. Obviously GK is going to be annoying, but with his crit immunity, but as long as I'm able to land some buff immunity, I should be fine. And I have a very tanky B2, we're talking protection modding, defense, like crazy, so see how that goes. Healing immunity from JKA, that's actually not great, though he cleanses it, so that should be fine. Now what's nice is that my Watt is going to get a couple of tech pieces out. I'm actually surprised here, like how did Newt not die? Thought he was squishier than this. Let's keep B2 alive as much as we can. Put the weapon tech on Grievous. Could put it on B1, but I I think I'd rather get him the damage through the armor that they have. So I think for like 3 Jedi there, I already triggered their savior-like thingy. I don't know what to call it. Put the extortion on him. And now dispel all of that beautiful tenacity up and go to town because I'm rolling like crazy here. There's not even any target lock and it's all me taking turns. That's pretty awesome. Right, might as well hand this out too. And see if we can already get JML down before he does another attack. I think the answer is going to be yes at this rate. Let's keep Newt alive too. Wow, this counter is OP. That's JML gone. Let's pick off JKA before he manages to hurt me. I should have probably pushed GK back there, but it's fine. Keep B2 alive. I mean, I've definitely got the modding for this. I've got crazy potency, crazy speed. So 58 there, awesome. Very happy with that one. So yeah, this is like the type of stuff that you mod for to have these backup options. And it's pretty sweet when that pays off because it almost never does. Like you go a whole season fighting people who just said the same stuff. And then all of a sudden you get an opponent like this who gives you a treat where you can actually use all of those sort of dicey-ish counters that you never really get to use. So that's really cool. So against JKL then, I was planning to use EP Vader. Against the Resistance team, I was going to use my Resistance. Geos, that would have to be Treya with Gideon, which is like, he's supposed to demoralize enough to keep me alive. I have no clue how that's going to happen. And then my Bounty Hunters against the Bo-Katan team. That's the theory at the moment. Like on his end, I really only expect him to clear 1 zone. So I can kind of just clear half the board if I want. I do think I'll do JKL last, because I don't want to risk not getting to ships. So let's get started there and go against the Geos. I did think about using Rage Jedi training there potentially, but it can derail very quickly if you do not get enough exposes out there. And I really only have those like Resistance Trooper and Resistance Pilot. They're not very strong, so I've got to see what I can do here. And in the event that my team doesn't work, then I could always switch Vader over to this zone to help me clear it. So that seemed like a safer approach, but I'll have to see if it works out in practice. So we do Treya, Scion, Nihilus. We add Gideon for the demoralized. And also to pull my Scion ahead of their GBA, that helps too, so that they don't target Treya. And then the question kind of is who else is going to help me out here. I was thinking maybe Royal Guard, for example, to take over the taunt if Scion would get too low, so that he can definitely get to Held by Hatred. But I don't really think he would take over because they would constantly have pain. So I kind of scrapped him off the list. I also thought of Kylo Ren, because if they target him, he can like take quite a beating and he can stun someone. It's really just there to, you know, to exist, I guess. And then GBA is another option to just have more characters on the field. Don't really know how he would do a lot, and I'd rather have an extra cleanup team. So kind of going through the options, they feel pretty limited. Magma Trooper was also an idea because they debuff so much, so he would get to go a lot and push back the turn meter, give me a bit of control, so I think I'll use him. Let's see how that goes. Not the worst idea. Also definitely not the best, but... Alright. Gideon says, what up, turn meter? This is gonna be very, very weird. So we get the pain on, hopefully everyone, no, not on GBA, but I do get to drain the specials, which is awesome. And push back the turn meter. Hell, I'm not letting them take any turns, but I don't care. For now, anyway. I'm gonna get to Annihilate really quickly here. Get rid of that CC up. That's pretty awesome, actually. So I could try to gamble for a kill here, but I'd really rather try to take out Spy. Great, that's a win. That's a win right there. Wow, this team. I thought I was gonna get hammered, but this is great. Like, even Magma really played his role. I should have done the AoE there. I didn't think I'd have it available. I'll be fine though. Let's pick him off because he's about to take a turn. I'm even gonna get the good banners. What is this? Nice. Wow, I'm so gonna get reported. Until he sees the history. I guess like now he might think I don't really have anything strong in the back, but I actually still have JMK there. Cool. So the resistance team next. The resistance hero Finn is strong, but my resistance just vastly outruns them. No Rose, he will not be used. So this should be alright. I think the Bo-Katan team might still be somewhat surprising, though they're not very strong. I've just not fought it before. Hopefully get some exposes here. Don't let me down, buddy. Just the one. I feel like I should probably not even say this out loud, but... oh well. Okay, let's see if we can take control. So Poe is gonna move. And Finn is gonna move. I'd rather daze Finn because he can be the one who swaps. And if he taunts, then I can dispel that. That's not a problem. Let's think carefully here. R2 is gonna go again, but he's only gonna stealth me. So I think I need to kill Resistance Hero Poe soon, probably. But for now, I was hoping that would stun. But everyone is exposed, that's good. Let's start there. Keep doing his basics for more turn meter. Like, normally you would pick off Finn here, but I mean, when he's ability blocked, he's not going to do that much. So I'd rather just make sure Poe is already gone. Okay, well, there goes the ability block. I should have actually completely seen that coming. Total rookie move there. So there's no point in first dispelling Finn and then Poe, because Poe is actually going to make Finn retaunt, which I don't want. So we do that instead. And dispel this way. Man, these guys are so good. As long as you have your droids fast, you just take complete control of the match. It's awesome. A lot of people like to set these on defense with the veterans. I just think, like, look at what these can do. Very weak characters. Everyone figured they were very expendable and not going to be used after gearing up their Rey. But in the new expanded format, I love these. Just give them a bit of speed, give them good potency, and they'll keep going. Okay, then we have the Bo-Katan team. Let's use Bounty Hunters. The goal is to get 2 kills with Django. I'm gonna make sure I don't hold back too much and just try to kill wherever I can. So 295, he's pretty good. I think that's above mine as well. So I'm kind of thinking if I want to use Django lead, just to pull ahead there. 1 above me, okay. Let's see, Bo lead, gotta remind myself here, haven't fought it enough. So they do a lot of assisting. They gain crit damage. And the ancestral armor to dispel debuffs. And whenever they do dispel the debuffs, obviously I'm gonna get recovery, but then they gain tenacity up. And that's a problem. Because there isn't really anyone on my end who can get rid of that. Though Boba does love to execute based on them. So we're just gonna go with Bosk lead. Hopefully I don't get rocketed out in the opener. In the event that I do still have Geos. They're not my first pick, but I could maybe get through with those and then still use EP in the back. So we'll have to see how this does. Everything really did have to come together here because his switch of the heroes towards... Okay, nice, a burn. That's not too bad. The switch of his heroes towards the Finn team meant that I could use armor in the front and save Watt for that JML team. So we're gonna try to... I don't really want them to start with their tenacity up, so we're gonna try to gun for some damage here first. See if we can ability block Bo-Katan for 2 turns so that she doesn't daze me and work towards the contract. It's not gonna be a Django kill, I think, but that's okay. Don't want him to triple basic either. And who knows, let's see. Nah, might be too much. Let's lower Django a bit. Though the dude's Relic 7, I'm not gonna execute him with a Gear 12 Boba. I'm getting some ideas there. Okay, let's see if this... Nice, awesome, that's 1 kill. I just gotta get 1 more, that's it. In the meantime, I'll just keep working on Django. Who's now gonna rocket. Cat Bane took it like a champ. That's one thing he's got going for him. He's very tanky. Stun this guy or not. I'm not gonna worry too much about the others at the moment. Oof, awesome. Okay, let's leave her there though. Yeah, we got her. Burn. Beautiful. That should be my kills for defeat. Oh. Respawned with a taunt there. Let's clear that. See ya, bro. Still 58. I don't even know who dropped any protection. But not gonna complain because that was awesome. Can't believe I had to wait like a whole season to get a fun round like this. Okay, claiming defeat just in time there. And that leaves us with the JKL team, and did he set both of his Get 2 fleets? No, okay. That would have been fun. Alright, JKL then. So I've really only done this in 3v3, which is now kind of funny to do it in 5v5. I checked the Shaq, she's very slow, and Vader is just gonna get crazy boosts here from fighting that team. So Shaq is decently fast here, but I should get way more turn meter than her. Okay, good. It's like, I said it with confidence, but was definitely questioning that one. And now the tricky thing is I don't have Watt's tech, so it's gonna be quite difficult to actually take these guys out. So this is a Gear 12. I think I want to try and kill Isla first. I don't see it happening on the others. Okay. Barris can probably just be taken pretty low with a basic. JKL can be ability blocked. Shaq I'll force crush on. Old Ben just needs to be ability blocked. And then what I could do is try to get a kill on JKL, but if it fails I'm in trouble. I'd rather take out Shaq, I think. Which, wow, didn't even get close. Okay, that was a mistake. But then again, like JKL being ability blocked is the key here. So I'm just gonna do that and see if I can actually land a stun on Shaq here. Awesome. That's great. Royal Guard pulling his weight. Thank you, sir. Do I want to push this back? I'm just gonna drop a banner in doing so. Let's not. Keep that guy ability blocked. Can he do it twice? But both EP and Vader are gonna go before her. So it feels a bit wasted, but let's do it. Oh, dude. You're a freaking champion. Get her pretty low. This should kill. Let's get some shock on him. Swap to Vader, go into Merciless, and finish the dude. So all pretty high banners too, like I really can't complain, this is great. Very happy with it. Okay, fleets. Before fleets I'm gonna restart, because if I lose my good streak here to a game crash, I will not be happy. And now the big question, is, of course, who is going to go first with the negotiator itself. And to my great surprise, it is me. Wow. I'm actually wondering at the moment if this is the first time that's ever happened on a recording. It feels that way to me, but it definitely isn't. So let's take him low enough. Make them burn the loyalty. And just basic for now. And pull way ahead of them, because I'm already taunting here. Does he have... that's just protection up. I'll just leave that be. And then Plo is going to come in obviously just before I can pick off Anakin. Unless the AI is absolutely retarded and calls in Clone Sergeant, because who the hell brings Clone Sergeant as a reinforcement in 2021? It is tragic. Sir, please. Stop doing that. Well, considering I'm now having a match where everything that could go right is going right, that means at some point in the future, there's going to be one where everything that could go wrong goes wrong. Thank you, Fives. Didn't need Rex, but still get a 65 for a Negotiator Mirror. Can't complain there. Then we have this one. I remember not doing great at this last time. For a second I thought I only had one reinforcement. That was the one of the two teams in the zone. No problem. Yeah, I didn't do this so well last time with the Rebels. And I feel like I probably didn't learn anything from that. And will still mess it up a bit. But let's see. This one is Biggs. Yes. Rebel Y-Wing. Phantom and Cassian. That should get the job done. So we start by dispelling this one. And then do the group attack to clear those foresights. Let's go for this guy and dispel all of that good stuff. Pick him off. I'd rather do that than Ray here, who's just gonna basic. Let's wiggle. Come on. Nah, just missing the one assist there, that's a pity. Because they call in a tank, okay. I should probably bring out Cassian here. Otherwise I'm gambling, yeah. Assist call seems like overkill, but I'm gonna do it. I have to be sure that I kill. And I want to target Boba so that he doesn't get that special off and absolutely murder my banners. And he doesn't have any buffs yet anyway. And then we can just call in the Phantom next. Or not. Heal up then, get rid of that foresight. This was definitely cleaner than last time and brought less ships, so that's a very awesome 68. So good sir, Jeffo, 2651. And he can probably clear one zone. I guess if he clears this one, then he can also clear fleets. So yeah, good luck to him. The only Galactic Legend he has on offense is his SEE. So he does have good stuff to take this out. He also has General Skywalker on offense. So should definitely be able to clear this and the fleets, but he does not have any chance to get through here, I think, with what he has. So we'll see. I'll show you the final results, but this was one of my favorite matches in quite a while. So thanks to Jeffo for switching it up. Yeah, I'll show you soon. So it's like 30-40 minutes later or something. He started attacking right after me, like right after I was done. And as you can see, he is already done. He one-shot these. He obviously used SCE on Rey. I think against Padme he had like 58 or something, and against the Darth Revan team he got a 54, so that must have been his General Skywalker. Then in the back here he never attacked JMK, and the other teams were, I think, decent banners, but no 60s anywhere. Actually he got 160. Then JML, he managed to kill Jolie. The General Skywalker team, he gave an attempt, and the others, he also one-shot for, I think 60 was the Night Sisters and then 55 on Maul. So that's it from him, which gives me a very comfortable win and a good score, so I'm very happy with this round. Also managed to get the feats done at last. So very successful round for me. I had a lot of fun, and perhaps I'll meet him and his guildmate another time in the future, and they can give it another shot. So I'm looking forward to the next 2 weeks. Hopefully there will be some more interesting matches like this, at least on offense for me, as there wasn't really going to be any question whether I would win after he set his 2 GLs in the back there, considering how I distributed mine. But yeah, had a fun round. Hope you did too. I hope you're still well on track to get to Kyber. Good luck, and I'll see you all in the next week.